Hello everybody, guess where I am? I'm back at Tropical Acres Farm. I'm going to have Alex on the show today, and he's going to be talking about my favorite mango, the Lemon Meringue mango. Here we go. All right everybody, here we are in front of one of my favorite mangoes in my top 3. This is Alex, Tropical Acres. Go ahead, tell us about this mango.
Okay, so this is Lemon Meringue mango. Lemon Meringue has already become a pretty popular, well-known mango in Florida. But I figured I'd talk about it a little bit because we do have a number of lemon meringue trees on this farm. I think we've got like maybe around 8 or 9 or 10 of them, I guess. And most of them are in production, or I think all of them are actually. So lemon meringue is usually an early season mango here. It'll actually start often in April, and then by May we'll definitely have a decent number of them. It's an important mango for a couple reasons, but mainly because it introduced the citrus group of mangoes, if you will, to Florida. And there's a few different types of citrus flavored mangoes, but this one was introduced from Burma by a man named Maurice Kong. Maurice Kong was very active in the Rare Fruit Council International down in Miami. And he brought this mango from Burma back in the, I guess it was the 90s. And its name in Burma is Pyu Kalay, often shortened to PPK. And so, but it was brought here and it got renamed within the nursery trade Lemon Meringue. So it's commonly called Lemon Meringue, but its real name is Pyu Kalay. And it was a mango that Gary Zill decided to use in his breeding project, and from Lemon Meringue, we got mangoes like lemon zest and orange sherbet. So it's a mango that really kind of brought a new flavor realm to the palates of many people who had traditionally only experienced classically flavored mangoes or maybe Thai flavored mangoes, but had never had something like this before. And so unfortunately, we did find that lemon meringue can be moderately prone to bacterial black spot. And so we had a tree that, our oldest tree that was in the area that's east of the property became very infected with the disease. So we actually cut that tree back and top worked it. But since then, we haven't had too many problems with our other lemon meringue trees, so we consider it to be moderately prone to that disease. So, but it's not so bad that it can't be grown in people's yards or anything like that. Now there is a distinction between the flavor that this mango has, the citrus flavor that is found in lemon meringue. I call this the Burmese citrus, and the citrus flavor found in a few other varieties of mangoes, such as orange essence or peach cobbler, Seacrest. Those have what we call the Gary citrus. So the Gary mango has some citrus components to it as well, but it's a little different than the citrus component found in these Burmese descended mangoes. Interestingly enough, there is a mango from northern India called the dashiri. The shiri also has a citrus flavor, and it actually has a very similar citrus flavor to the lemon meringue. And so we think that it's a very strong possibility that the dashiri and the lemon meringue share a common ancestor, because the dashiri is from north central India, and the lemon meringue is from Burma, and that area isn't that far separated from one another. And interestingly enough, the lemon meringue and its descendants, like the lemon zest, can develop green splotching on the skin. As the skin eventually, when the fruit ripens and turns yellow, you'll see these little bits of pigmentation that stay green. And that can be found also on lemon zest and orange sherbet, but it can also be found on the Malika mango. Now the Malika mango has a citrus flavor when it ripens properly, and it is a seedling, or it is a cross between the dashiri and the Neelam. So the Malika mango also develops that strange skin pigmentation on it, and it's one of the few mangoes that does. So just kind of an interesting trait that those mangoes share. Anyway, so we're going to have a little crop of lemon meringue that's going to mature probably within the next couple weeks and in May, and then we're going to have a second crop on a lot of our lemon meringue trees that's going to come probably sometime in June. So 2 crops on lemon meringue, and we're excited that they've got a pretty decent quantity of fruit on them this year. So.
And besides the bacterial black spot, what about other diseases? How are they with that?
It's really good against anthracnose, so Lemon Meringue doesn't have too many issues with anthracnose. It can get some powdery mildew, but it's controllable. So I would say a moderately disease-prone tree, but not horribly so. It's something that you could probably grow in a humid area and still expect it to fruit. So it does bear fruit kind of in clusters. So there's a little bit of friction that occurs between the mangoes, which isn't necessarily a good thing. And you can see it on these mangoes here, Paul. It makes pretty big clusters of fruit. So they don't necessarily get huge. Now, if you thin them out, they can get a little bigger, I guess. So it's a smaller mango, but really delicious, really unique flavor. Everybody needs to try it at some point in time. So.
Absolutely. Now, how big do the trees normally get? Are they vigorous growers?
Yeah,
or?
I would call them vigorous trees, although they don't flush growth that frequently, but they make fairly long internodes. These trees, we cut out the center of them. You can see that last year, and they still responded pretty well. They're still fruiting pretty well. So, but ideally, you probably keep them around 12 feet in height with good pruning practices. Really good mango, early season, or it'll mature before a lot of the other early season mangoes will actually. They'll usually start before stuff like Hayden, for example. For us, at least, here in West Palm Beach. So.
Yes. All right. Thank you very much for sharing. This is a great mango, everybody. All right, everybody. There it was. That is the Lemon Meringue mango. Definitely some good information by Alex here at this farm. Definitely want to try out this mango. This mango is probably one of my top mangoes, tasting-wise, producing-wise. I have 2 trees. And thanks for watching. Put your comments and questions below.